I mean, Georgia Tech's it's a big rivalry game, of course, for us, and our fans came out, supported us, and created a great atmosphere in the building. And I think they're really good, and they were really prepared. And it was a heck of a game. It could have gone either way. We're really fortunate that we got a win. We protect our home court, and I thought we showed a lot of resilience in the second half, especially the guys that came off the bench to start the game. And I thought Jordan Ross played really well. Blue King made some huge plays. We got so much to clean up. And that's the good and bad with these games. You know, I'm sure both Damon and I both feel like we've got a ways to go. We learned a lot about our teams tonight. But you know, we certainly will go to the film room tomorrow and look at a lot of focus things, open looks, you know, by their shooters, and lack of attention to detail with pressure. Like we were in foul trouble the whole game. Thank goodness our zone is something we hadn't played much of really here at Georgia or even ever. I thought really bailed us out. So thank goodness we had that thing installed and our guys bought into it a little bit. And Santo, I thought, made some huge plays at the rim defensively and did enough without timeouts that are late in terms of handling the basketball to get to the finish line.
All right, questions?
Mike, you guys trailed for a good part of that second half. I think it was tied with just under 9 to go. What did you learn about your team with how they responded there late and took over the game?
I used the word resilience. Last year's team was super resilient. Probably a sense of confidence. We didn't look. Our body language didn't look like, hey, we just know we're going to win this game. We look a little bit rattled there because it was the first time we were down. Like our schedule has been what it is, and it's why you play these games. And so I learned that we got a little something to us, you know. And I'll use Smurf Millender as a kind of a microcosm. He goes out, dives for a loose ball, knocks his tooth out. He's 1 of 9 from the field, and finishes the game for us and makes big plays down the stretch offensively, defense on the glass, defending the glass as well, sticking his nose in there. So he's got a little swagger to him, you know. We thought that, now we know that, you know, against an ACC opponent. Jeremiah Wilkinson struggled in the first half at times, and boy, the way he played in the second half, he really got it going. He's both of those guys have very healthy levels of self-confidence. I thought Justin Abson played really well. Jake Wilkins, another guy that just he wasn't out there for long stretches, and when he gets out there, he just plays really hard, and you just feel his energy. Probably the biggest thing, I guess, I know I'm rambling, is the quality of our depth. We've got really good depth.
Got a little bit squirrely there at the end. They cut it to a 2-possession game, but was it kind of good in the way to kind of see that in a live game action, be able to come out on top of it, kind of learn from that?
It's never good when you get scored on. It's never good. No, but it's good to learn from a lot of the things that we'll learn on film tomorrow with a W, obviously. It just feels so much better. It probably resonates a little bit more after a loss, but we'll make sure that our guys understand. You know, these are things that won't translate to consistent winning, and these are things that will. Our zone was really good in terms of not fouling, and then we want one possession of man, and then all of a sudden they get downhill, and I think it was a 3-point play because we're out of the gaps and we're zone principles while in man-to-man. You know, connection. You know, they'll connect. Every team that plays high-level games this week, their level of connection, I think, for the teams that will ascend and grow throughout the year will increase dramatically, and ours does. We've got it's early for us, and a lot of things we can do to connect better. We looked at it, we actually talked about it a lot today in the pregame and shoot around, and it'll be the message again tomorrow.
Coach, you had 11 guys play double-digit minutes. I mean, is that?
Yeah.
I know you guys are playing fast pace. Would you like to continue to play this deep, or is it kind of a deal where a rotation eventually shakes out, or how does that work out for you?
Potentially, but Mike, with these guys, I don't know who not to play. I like these guys, and assuming all 11 continue to grow and connect and get better together, I'd like to play 11. But if we have 9 that ascend, then so be it. And kind of break away from the pack. But I hope that we can be this deep here in January and February. We've got talented freshmen. We've got a couple older guys coming off the bench. We've got depth in our backcourt. And I just think with these 11, on a night we've got 8 or 9 that play really well, we could probably beat some pretty good teams like tonight.
How did Blue getting in a little bit of foul trouble early complicate things, and then to follow that up, how big he was late in this game?
We've got safeties and we've got crashers, and so we played a little bit different there for the first time, where we had a couple lineups that weren't very didn't have a lot of offensive rebounding prowess, and then we had a couple lineups out there where probably put us in jeopardy a little bit with defensive transition, and we hadn't seen that in games when you're up 20 or 30 and you kind of make it cookie cutter with your lineup. So we were able to overcome that a little bit, but we've got to be more mature with big plays. So first layup of the game we scored, and you guys have seen us play in both of our exhibitions and 3 other mid-majors. I mean, this was our 6th game, and our first basket we scored, everybody jogs back, because we have our student section and 7,000 or 8, however many people were in here, yelling and screaming. It was a great environment, gets loud, and all of a sudden that's not what we do though, so then we're kind of a step slow while we're trying to increase our pressure, and then we're fouling, and I thought they did a really good job with the press attack, and they've got good guards and good shooters, but I'd like to see us stay in character, whether we're in stag or we're on the road, whether we're up, whether we're down, and this team's got a ways to go in that regard.
I was going to ask you about defensive transition, but I guess a lot of that maybe had to do with some foul trouble and not having them out there.
Yeah, but I thought Justin did a good job blocking a couple, if I'm not mistaken, and being a presence there. Kareem is a good shot blocker, but we also have Kareem in his defense switching a lot of stuff on the perimeter because he's such a versatile defender. He literally is guarding 5 positions at times. So when he's out there and he's switching stuff, and all of a sudden we've got a small guy at the rim that was exposed a couple times. And all of these things we'll continue to evaluate as a staff game to game. But 11, there's a lot of positives to it, but there's a lot to it as well that we'll have to continue to sift through as a staff to see how we can best utilize these 11, assuming it stays at 11, and how to best have these guys play to their strengths offensively and defensively.
Coach, what do you have to say about the fouls racking up? It felt kind of like herky-jerky around the middle of the game. There wasn't really a flow.
Yeah.
Did that have something to do with a lot of missed threes in that half?
I don't think so. I really don't. We obviously as coaches we don't agree with every foul call, right? But I know that there were a handful that were just bad decisions, and literally coming into this one, pressure with foul, discipline was as big a factor as anything we're doing, along with defensive rebounding and blocking out, because it's been a deficiency of this team, and I anticipate it will be at times throughout the year, but just weren't very disciplined with our fouling, grabbing, just giving officials obvious reasons to call. And as a pressure team, and a team that extends 94 feet, even though we didn't do a great job of that tonight, you're going to fall into a few of them. You just naturally with our style of play and the amount of possessions. So the undisciplined ones we've got to get a lot better with.
One more question for Coach.
I know Jeremiah came off the bench at Cal a good bit last year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like him in that role, or you kind of just feel it out, with the best lines?
Feeling out. Had a conversation with him today. He was a starter. We anticipated him. He earned a starting spot coming into the opener, and had an injury, missed practice. Started Justin Bailey, and Justin did a terrific job. We're coming off a game that we played the best we played. It's just my philosophy with it. And it was Jeremiah's best game. It was Justin Bailey's best game. And you got Georgia Tech coming in. Why, if it's not broken, why fix it? But we'll evaluate it every day. Who's starting. But I like that we've got 11 different guys that are in the conversation.
All right. Thanks.